cat's just bonked me on head. What you doing?
Got it in for you tonight.
She has got it in for me. Hello, everyone. Sorry, just bear with me. I've just been setting up my schedule for my whip parade, which is why I'm a little bit late. I'm really sorry. Oh, trying to get some lighting on the subject because I've managed to knock my stitching out and all. There we go. That's better. Oh my days. Okay. Sorry, just bear with me. Oh, view my channel. I'm just setting it up on my laptop so I can. Oh no, I don't want to add it to a queue. Oh my days! It's one of them days today. It really is. If it can go wrong, it'll go wrong today. Right, there we go. Right, I'm set up. Good evening, everybody. Hope we're all well. It is me and Andy and the cat. So the cat has just headbutted me. How rude. So yeah, we're going to have a little Sunday stitch. I've got my night cafe out. And I'm just heading into a confetti block. So there we go. Right. Hey, Anna Karen. She will be back in a bit. Hey, Jane, Patsy, Angela, Tracy, Viv, Sharon, Senga, Dante, Woo Woo, Kay, Cheryl, Maddie, Ebony, Mona, Leslie, Sandy, Cheryl, Judy, Ashley, and Carla so far. Okay, I know I've got a couple of questions in there, but first things first, have you got that bell ready, dear? We know who that's for. That's for our lovely Ebony, who has finished her Wildlife of Predator, a Luca S kit. After us talking about it on last Sunday's stream, Ebony went ahead and made a post on the Simply Stitch page, and she's got it to a finish. So bless her, she was like a trooper and finished it last night, stayed up and made sure that I saw it. So congratulations, Ebony. Absolutely amazing. And to answer the question I had earlier on about Lauren's prom, she had a fabulous time. Andy went to pick her up. She got home about 11:10 because they're not late for a school prom. And she was quite hyper. Didn't go to bed until midnight. She was awake until gone 1. And didn't get out of bed the following day until gone 1. So that was the story of Lauren's prom. But she had an absolutely amazing night. And, you know, the teacher didn't recognise her. And, you know, it was just, I mean, she looked fabulous. I'm sure you guys will agree. She looked absolutely amazing. I finished work at 5 o'clock, and by 5:05, I've got the curlers in my hand. So, yeah, there we go. Hi, Peggy. Hey, Kay. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Celia. Oh, thanks, Ebony. Yeah, she did. There was nobody else in a purple dress either. There was somebody in a magenta one and somebody in a more mauve purple, but nobody in a purple one like hers that changed to blue in certain light. It was just, yeah, she loved it. And losing a little bit of weight helped as well. She actually lost 1.5 stone overall. And there were certainly no issues with getting the dress on. So yeah. So yeah, 14.5 pounds she lost to get into the dress. And yeah, she was thrilled. She looked beautiful. Yeah, she did. I'm so happy. It doesn't feel like it, but I'm down 3 pounds over last week. Way, nicely done, Ashley. I think we can have a bell for that. So glad she had a great prom. She was just so lovely. Yeah. We went across to see Grandad as well, because when Hannah had her prom, Grandad came here, and saw her. But I think he also picked her up from a prom, didn't he? But with Grandad getting a little bit older and a bit less mobile, we took her across on the way so Grandad could see her in a dress. And he thought that she looked absolutely amazing as well. Hey, Lisa. Okay. So and tell thread is open. I'll be doing it about 8:15 as usual. So if you haven't popped something on the thread, now is the time to do so. Hey, Cindy. Catherine is also coming in from Facebook as well. I've just opened that. Oh, I've got my face there. I have scheduled my Whip Parade as a premiere tomorrow night at 6:30. So for those of you who want to watch, if you've not seen a YouTube premiere before, it does a 5-minute countdown. And that I would definitely use that time to make sure that you've got a drink or a snack or you're stitching, or make sure the phone's off the hook or whatever. The Whip Parade that I filmed is an hour long. So, and with it being a premiere, it means there'll be a chat box open like the one that there is now. So even though I'm not talking live to you through the video like I am now, I will be able to chat with you guys as the Whip Parade plays. Hey Gail, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Anyway, Night Cafe is the order of my day today in its rotation slot. So yeah, and Wednesday stream, if you guys are going to be around on Wednesday, Symphony will be finished on the Wednesday stream. So if you want to see a Wednesday stream and you're able to get on, if you want to see the finish and you're able to get on Wednesday's live stream. Hey Norma, how you doing? Are you all right? We're gonna do so until about as I said, about 8:15. Andy has the bell at the ready.
I do.
And yeah, we'll see what you guys have been working on. Thank you, Cheryl, kicking that one off. Cheryl is working on her Disney cross stitch. What have you guys got on your frames and stands? What are you working on? Okay, he's printed off all the copies, all the cover pages for their projects. Ah, right, okay. Maddie is busy working on Harmony. Kay's also been working on her Harmony and finished the pass. Cool. It's always good.
Hang on, finish the pass.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yes. Sandy, Elephant Puzzle, Adrian Chesterman, Pain Free Crafts, 8.67%. Judy's busy working on 'Tis the Season. Peggy's still working on Your Dreams, full coverage. Jane has music. Patsy's still on The Old Craft Room. Steampunk Owl for Cindy. Senga's working on B, once she finds the beeswax tin. James Bond for Cheryl. My Fluffy Valentine for Carla. Norma's having a beautiful sunny day in upstate New York. Great stuff. So done with all the rain. Yeah. Maddie has also finished a page at the bottom of her Harmony. Viv is working on Ottoman patchwork. Been really busy. Did 9 hours at work today. Work. That's just not on for a Sunday, is it? Kay is now working on Fisherman's Friends, celebrating Natalie's birthday. Happy birthday, Natalie. Kathy, Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. Tracy Provis is working on The Birds. Sal. Maddie's just reached 60%. Gail, been working on Shetland Sheepdog all week. Going to keep going till it's done. Smashing. Gift for her parents. Steampunk Beauty for Leslie. Stained glass good omens for Dante. Come on, out you come. Hey Hannah, just put last stitches in the first berry. Woohoo! So I think we'll have a little tinkle there. Angela is working on a view from the window. Tracy says, Laurie says hi, not able to chat. Hey Laurie. Anna Karen crocheting in the Arctic 24 blanket. Would be nice to get it finished. Kay's half-heartedly working on the Dragon Eye Sal, but doing bits of moving Pip and Chip into IKEA box hangers into A4 filing cabinet drawers. Oh, right, cool. Reorganising storage. Hey, Red. Woo Woo is still working on Ex Machina by Chris Ortega. Cool. So lots of lovely variety going on. I've got to work out what I've just threaded up onto this needle. There we go, that one. So what have I been up to? Apart from stitching, obviously we had Lauren's prom Friday. I was at work all week and things are settling down and getting a bit quieter for me. Yay. Yesterday I filmed the whip parade. Today my stepdad's been for his dinner, which was nice. Always nice to have him. And what else have I done? There's something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember. Nope, it's gone. Dante's going to take the dog out. No worries at all, Dante. So yeah, it's been a fair week. I'm not ready for it to be Monday tomorrow though. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was the other thing I've been doing. I've watched a bit of Glastonbury. Particularly, if you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know that several times I've met Lewis Capaldi. And Lewis Capaldi had his return to Glastonbury. So I watched that today. Andy went out filming yesterday.
Okay.
Hannah went shopping. Lauren slept in. I stitched. So there we go. I had a model stitch come in as well, and it's a plastic canvas one this time, so something I've worked on plastic canvas before, but not for a long time, but something a bit different. Yeah. Cool. I just noticed I'm nearly 25% on my long dog. Cool. If you reach 25%, Kay, shout up. Catherine's just sent me something. Let's grab a drink. London, less than 45,000 stitches to go. Woohoo! 82.75%. Nicely done, Catherine. Catherine says hi to all. Hope all is all well. Larry and Ashley are doing date night tonight, and movie choices extended versions of the Fellowship of the Ring. I approve. I absolutely approve of that. Hey, Mylana. So, new here, kitting up Amy Stewart's Animal Kingdom Supersize Max Colour. Biggest project I've tackled. Woohoo! Okay, so Supersize Max Colour. Yeah, you will be in good company because there's a few of us here working on Supersize Max Colour pieces. In fact, I'm working on one now. Hey, Lizzie. Okay. How are you doing, Lizzie? You've been sleepy. Is that the heat? It's made me sleepy today, I'll be honest. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, bless you. Yeah, heat's made me a bit sleepy today. Mind you, I did lose a couple of hours on Friday because normally I'm in bed sort of 10ish and it was turned midnight, so Viv got a little sunburn today. We were at the dog show this week, Viv. I kind of want to think dog show. Stitching on a bedspread club, yes. Stitching on a bedspread, yes, indeed. Sorry, didn't get a chance to meet up last week. No, worries at all, Lizzie. I knew that you'd probably be very busy. And I think the chances were always pretty small because there was plenty for you to do that absolutely ticked your boxes of, the what you wanted to get out of your time in this part of the world. All your literary interests, those boxes will have been well and truly ticked. Yes, I was. It was absolutely heaving. Oh dear. Well, at least it's done now. Was the first aid tent not too busy though? Were you okay? At least it weren't Glastonbury. God, could you imagine doing first aid at Glastonbury? Not a single person. Oh, well, that was lucky. Mind you, I suspect that's probably worse because it makes things drag, doesn't it? If I was sort of stuck in, to do something like that, I wouldn't wish anybody, being unwell or anything like that, but I'd want to be busy. Patsy's a bit raging at the moment. A bunch of Neds just lobbed a massive tree branch onto my garden, nearly hit my dogs and took down my washing line. They legged it, so I never got a chance to see who it was. Oh dear. Ah, Viv, brilliant. Be prepared. Cross-stitching with you. Fabulous. I'm hoping my tablet behaves itself tonight, by the way, for show and tell, because I rebooted it. Found it says saying it rolled under the sofa, that pesky beeswax. We also didn't get a chance to go to Haddon Hall, but then they did say it was not disabled friendly. Ah. Yeah, that's the problem with these places that were built, a long, long time ago. Sometimes they can be adapted, sometimes they cannot. But yeah, I hope you had a good time anyway. Oh, thank you, Cindy.
What?
My nails are lovely. We've gone for a bit of a bright summery pink. They're a bit of a USP now for me.
A USP?
Yeah.
What's USP when it's
A unique selling point.
Oh, right, yeah.
There is actually a lady on TikTok called Nibs and Nails. And she's like me. She often has a different colour.
I think I may have heard about her actually, because I think the girls, at least I think Lauren knows her.
I don't know. Had a fantastic time. I love Lyme Park and Chatsworth. Yeah, beautiful places. And you had the weather as well, which was nice. Some days not too warm, which is good. Odd bit of rain, which refreshes things. But on the whole, it was a nice week last week, wasn't it? That's handy.
The way these roads link together.
Oh, right, okay. So I am thinking about buying the Tree of Life.
Why are you thinking about it?
And opening an open-ended sal for it.
I repeat, why are you just thinking?
So, I heard you.
Did you?
So what I'll do is I will open up an open-ended stitch along and just share your progress pics of it when you're ready.
I didn't mean that to sound.
If anybody else has bought it. Yeah, it is stunning ebony. I love it. I've got a thing about Tree of Life. I quite like there aren't many things I would say that I really truly love. I love red squirrels. I think they're super cute. I love seahorses, although I can't tell you why I love seahorses. I'm just weird like that.
You just do.
Yeah. But the whatchamacallits, the Tree of Life, I'm just like, yeah. I don't know why, but I just love it. I always wanted a nice set of Tree of Life jewellery, which I did manage to get. Although I put it somewhere and I don't know where. Sharon's bought it. Patsy's got it. Cool. So I'll open a sal for it. So I'll do that at some point this week. Hey Elflamans. How you doing this evening? Are you alright? I love cats, dogs, cats, dolphins, owls and horses. Cool. It's in the Simply Stitcher group. I posted it a couple of days ago, Tracy. It's a stained glass Tree of Life, and it was a... it wasn't a cross stitch studio, was it a cross stitch studio?
It might have been.
Let me have a look.
Let me just check.
Just let me check. No, clear off. Simply a Stitcher and friends. I find it, Tracy. I'll bump it. See all. There it is. Yeah, the Cross Stitch Studio. I'm going to tag you in it if I can, Tracy. Tracy Provis. There you go. I tagged you in it, my lovely, so you should be able to see it on the group in a minute. Okay. But yeah, I just saw it and I was like, wow. I want that one. I want that one. My brother's put me on a no-buy because my PIP's being reassessed. Oh, heck. What are the reasons they've given you for that? I think they've got to have some kind of good reason, haven't they, Lizzie? I thought they'd done a backtrack on reassessing or something as well. This government's just whacked out and weird. I started be passing on that. Just bought a new arrival at Pain Free Crafts. Cool. No worries at all. Hey Kelly. It took me a while to get YouTube loaded again. Issues with the work platform. Oh heck. It's not what you need. Oh, you're here now, Kelly, and I hope you're doing okay. Because government sees I'm still work age, you want to make sure I can't still work. Oh, right, okie dokie. had a terrible accident this week while working on the Kringles chart. Spilled coffee on the fabric. Took a chance and laundered it, but the silk floss did run in a spot. Just sick over it. Oh no, Norma. That's not good. 3854 I want. I have one more day of working on 100 stitches a day on B. And then I'll switch it out for Ice Dragon. I'll be quite sad actually not to be working on B first thing in the morning. Hey Enid. How are you doing this evening? So yeah, you might have got a notification, or you might see on YouTube that tomorrow night's Whip Parade is set as a premiere. I'm not quite sure how you see it. I have no idea. But yeah, it's there. And you should be able to set request a reminder. I'm quite excited actually about it. It's the longest Whip Parade I've ever done. Love the Tree of Life pattern. I think it would look gorgeous as just a circular piece too. Yes, I think so as well, Tracy. But yes, I saw Betsy was playing with it this last week, and then when she finished it, I was like, yes, I want that.
Yes.
And of course, as you've just heard Andy say, why are you saying thinking about it? Because he's like, I can buy it.
You can buy it. I've never, ever stopped you from buying anything cross-stitch related. And I'm not about to start now.
No.
So get on with it. Get it bought. Or else I'll buy it for you.
Going in with the first stitch for Hannah. Hey Rebecca, working on Contessa with squid.
First stitch?
Yep. Working on my Contessa with squid and waiting to pull my bread out of the bread machine. Ooh, I love homemade bread.
Bread out of the bread machine.
Yeah, no nicer is there than fresh bread.
I like a bit of fresh bread. Mate.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the reds and the blacks didn't run. It was the yellow and gold that ran. Oh, right. Yeah, one stitch towards the finish, indeed. You know, somebody was talking about how that they're a slow stitcher. But a stitch done is a stitch less to do, isn't it?
Correct, it is.
Ashley says she loves the attitude, Andy.
What attitude?
The attitude of, why am I considering it and not just go on and bought it.
Get it bloody bought.
Homemade banana bread is a favourite of Maddie's. Tracy's doing a start of Curious Tiger by Luca S. on Tuesday for Canada Day, joining Tracy Albert and Laurie Clark. Oh, cool. Kay has just hit 25%. Nicely done, Kay.
Nicely
well done. Oh, I might be on my soapbox again on my floss tube.
Why?
Well, hang on. Kelly was working on Santa and Mrs. Claus this weekend. Maybe a bit tomorrow, but clean up for Canada Day. No problem. Needle in the Dutch. Hey, Monique. Tracy and Laurie are stitching on a different pattern though. Oh, that's all right. You're still starting one together, aren't you? Yes, I might be getting on my soapbox again this week.
Like you do.
Yeah, I don't like part this thread in the wrong place. I don't like getting on my soapbox, but I might just have to. Do any of you here watch Siskay? Siskay Stitches. She's a Belgian lady, and she's got 100 million whips, and it's, you know, she's got a lot, and that's hers. Hey, Cheryl. But I was watching her flash tube today, and I don't know the context of it because I couldn't see the comment that she was referring to, but basically somebody has been judgmental about her. Now, when you watch a floss tube, I'm sure you guys will agree, you're there for the stitching. You tune in to watch the stitching. And some of us share our circumstances, some of us don't. You guys know that I work and I work from home, and as such I can stitch like an Olympian. So I get in a lot of stitches. Now, Siske got in a lot of stitches, and people were like, why have you managed to do 10,000 stitches in a week? And the poor lady felt that she had to explain herself, about her personal circumstances, that she doesn't work, but that's nobody's business but hers. As long as her stitching's paid for, her kids are paid for, and there's food on the table, what business is anything else? And I right felt for her. There's some judgy people in this world. So what if she did 10,000? So what if she did 5,000? Does it really matter? You're there to see the stitching.
You're not feeling bed yet. If you can't really be drunk, I'm not feeling it.
So, but yeah, she's a lovely lady, and she's doing some supersized max colour projects. So if you like your supersized max colour, go and have a look at what Siskay's doing, because she works on 7 projects a week. She's got 3 projects, supersized max colour for each of her 3 children. She's also doing supersized max colour The Amazing Animal Kingdom for her wedding anniversary, and she works on that, I think, 2 days a week. And she's doing a model stitch of this gorgeous flamingo, amongst many other projects. And I was just like, I was so cross for her, because why on earth should we have to explain ourselves? As long as you've bought and paid for what you've got, if you've got children, they're fed, and your home is, your home is your home, and you're secure. Just, it made me cross. Yeah, she does have some fun challenges. Her time, her hobby, her interest, she's not hurting anybody. Correct, Lizzie. That's exactly what I mean. And I just think, how judgy can some people be?
Very.
It's like, poor old Lone, who had the people commenting when she dared mention that she got mental health issues, which I thought was incredibly brave of her.
That's why so many people don't mention it, because the amount of criticism they get when you mention one little thing.
Correct, Hannah. Hannah's just arrived to feed the cat.
Well, I'm not feeding her,
Giving her a snack. And also today, for those of you that watch Tracy, A World of Stitches, Tracy has posted a short video today. She's having some issues herself, bless her heart. Tracy lost her dad at the beginning of the year, and she lost her mum a few years ago, but she lost her dad at the beginning of the year, and then her husband had a heart attack. So she's had a rough year, and she's taken a step back from floss tube for the time being. And I'm just hoping and praying that nobody treats her badly because of that. Tracy's going through some serious grief at the moment. And, and I think we should be supporting these people who are having difficulty rather than bringing them down. Woe betide anybody if I see anybody on Tracy's video being rude.
Come on, Nikki, you get him.
I will get him. People can be so nosy and mean. Good for her getting 10,000 stitches. She has some gorgeous projects. Yes, indeed. My life gets chaotic, and sometimes I can't do any projects at all. If anyone doesn't like that tough SH1T, I agree. So judgmental, says Ebony. They are probably just jealous that they can't stitch as much. Very true. Not surprising, says Sharon about Tracy. She's had a crap year. Yes, she has, bless her. I like Tracy. I've watched her videos for a long time. And, she's a lovely. Oh, and she did have a finish as well. So we'll give her a little bell. I don't know if she watches these videos, but we'll have a little bell for Tracy, A World of Stitches, because she finished the memorial piece that she was stitching for her mum. Ebony says here, who's it Ebony? Enid, sorry. My husband's friend just died of a massive heart attack. The guy was gregarious and a friend to anybody. I hadn't met him, and even I find it horrifying. He was only a couple of years older. Bless her. Bless him. Ebony, I stitch a lot, but in my free time I sit on my backside and stitch. So what? Indeed. Yeah. I've always said, for me, my kids are fed, my house is warm, my bills are paid, I work for a living, anything else is up to me. I agree we should be supporting these people, and I can't do that many stitches, but I wish them good things. Yes, absolutely. That's the thing. It takes an awful lot for somebody to put themselves out on a floss tube. It really, really does. To be brave enough. I can remember the first 2 or 3 floss tubes I did. If you go back and watch them, they're horrendous. I was shaking. I was so nervous. And it's awful. And, you know, people put themselves out there, and they shouldn't. I mean, you expect it on platforms like TikTok and stuff, because they're all horrible on there. But, you know.
Says you, who's a TikTok user.
Well, I am a TikTok user, but it doesn't mean to say that they're not horrible on there, because I've seen some proper nasty comments on other people's videos on there, and you just think, how the hell are you even still alive? Because if you were in front of me, I'd have knocked your head off. Peggy, on a happier note, just hit 40% on your dreams. Nicely done, Peggy. Woohoo!
That bell, I think I need a new clapper.
Need a new clapper? You clapped out?
I think I might be at this particular point in time.
Yeah. To have friends that support each other is great, yes. And I will support anybody who needs the support, and I will still continue to uplift people however much or little that they need.
Are these pots for everyone?
They're Lauren's. They're Lauren's. She won them in the raffle. You can have to ask her. I agree, says Kay. As long as bills are paid, food in the cupboard, and children and pets are cared for, whose business is it what you spend your money and time on? Yep. Indeed. And you're right, it's so scary. It is. It's terrifying. The first couple of floss tubes I did, honest to God, I was shaking like a whooping dog. I really was. I was shaking, you know, and you know when you're there and your heart's going like this, you know.
What have you got to be worried about?
Well, because you're putting yourself out there to any number of people. And people are judgmental. People are mental, but judgmental.
Gonna say,
Mental.
there's an extra word in that.
I'm going to take a guess and say that Lauren's probably not getting in the bath after all.
She's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe her. Dante, do people just like to bring others down to their level because they can't imagine uplifting them instead? Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I have the Be Kind message now on my videos, on all of them, to remind people to be kind. And I know that you guys are. You're all amazing. But some of them are absolute whoppers. I mean, Enid had some trouble on her videos a little while back. Somebody was like, I like your stitching, but I don't appreciate the designer that you're using. You're there for the stitching, not for the designer. Floss tube's about the stitching. How rude. Kelly says, the other day on my dinosaur RV park video, somebody said, how dare you film with a potato? What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
You know what? I would have deleted it as well. I should have taken a photo of the comment. Yeah, and I'd have put it on your community page and said, you know, this is the kind of idiocy on here. If you can't appreciate the fact that somebody's put themselves out, then off you go. People in real life have done awful things to me, including my mother, says Enid, so I'm unsurprised when someone says rude stuff online, but when they're mean to Krista, I'm baffled. Yeah. Someone complained to social services about my hubby buying football shirts and posting on Facebook about it. That's ridiculous. Leaving the kids going without. We've had quite a few complaints that are malicious. Some people just have no life, clearly. I remember you sitting quietly alone at the big stitch, says Hannah. Life is scary whenever you put yourself out the front door. That's very true. Until I get to know, you remember yourself, Hannah. It took me a while, actually, and it was only when you were all talking about whip parades that I piped in and I went, oh, mine's 20 minutes. You were like, oh, you've got a floss tube? What is it? What is it? And it was about half an hour into the conversation when I spoke up. It would be kind of well if everyone would mind their own business and stop the nastiness. True. My Japanese camera's pretty good. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. When somebody's mean, it says everything about them and their lack of humanity. Yes. I agree with all of this. You're all spot on. Quote, politics have come into cross-stitch far too much. Even in this craft, people can't just like what they're like despite who's behind the creation. Yep. There are many wonderful floss tubers out there. Yep. And if there's one that you don't like, just be kind and just move on. Yes. So I made a public playlist of Krista's videos and did an Avonlea folk embroidery whip parade. Go on, lass. Way to go, Enid. Yep. So true, says Hannah. I made a decision every time the trolls come back to disparage her, I'm going to shout her out. Yeah, you should. Because at the end of the day, it's like I've always said, like my ethos is, my group and all the rest of it, you guys know we're going to uplift each other. We're not going to bring one another down. That is just wrongy McWrongness, and I won't have it. I never understand rude people. I was always told if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. Yeah. Unfortunately, Maddie, though, not everybody thinks in the same way. Lizzie still has to do a second video. She's terrified of putting herself out there. My skin isn't particularly thick at the moment, and I don't think I could take the criticism. Well, trust me, Lizzie, if you put out a video and you share it in the group, that if there's anybody that from that group watching it, they will not criticise you. Because I told you now, if I find out anybody from my group's been nasty on a video, bye. I just want to have a world where we can enjoy this hobby in harmony and peace and happiness, and we can all be content with it. And I shouldn't have to be getting on my flipping soapbox, should I? Andy's chuckling at me on my soapbox.
Well, I am, because, no.
You see, you have people on your videos being unkind from time to time.
Yeah, not very often these days.
And you just delete them, but you've got a thick enough skin now to deal with it because you've been dealing with it for a lump longer.
Well, maybe you're getting to my level now. Then maybe you're getting to the point where you can't be asked to deal with people.
I'm getting to the you be kind or be gone. Yeah.
You do right.
Oh yeah. I want to live in a world where, like, I want to live in a world like my group. I want to start filming my stitching, but A, I can't figure out a good setup, and B, figure out how to deal with my anxiety about it all. There are plenty of floss tubers out there, Dante. Some don't put the face on camera. And if that makes you feel more comfortable in the first instance, do that. When I was having my teeth done, I didn't have my face on camera. So, you do you. You do what makes you feel comfortable. There's no guidebook. It's just, what works for you. It's not a soapbox, it's you being passionate. Yep. There's enough crap going on in the world, we don't need it in our hobby. Yep. Indeed. Anyway.
31 degrees tomorrow.
31 degrees tomorrow.
That's what my weather app says.
Jeez. It's going to be hot tomorrow.
I am not going to cope.
You'll be fine. Oh dear, excuse me. You'll be walking around Asda's and sticking your red in the freezer.
soon see about that.
Eh?
We'll soon see about that.
You'll soon see that I'm right. You'll be sticking your head in the freezer. Who reckons that Andy will rush his way through his tea so he can go and stick his head in a freezer at Asda?
Who reckons you might be right? Oh, wait, me.
I know you too well, love. Yep, I reckon. Especially the ones where the broccoli is, because it's one of those open freezers that you could just go in and have a quick lie down. Nobody would notice. Okay, as long as it's his head and not his bum. Yeah, you're not put your bum in. Viv's only got 23 degrees expected, 22 and a 40% chance of rain in Scotland. Right, I think we can change the subject completely to happier things. So happier aside from the weather and me and my soapbox. And let's have a little show and tell.
Now your heart will shine bright. Join us now, it's a stitching delight. Come around, it's your time to show. And the world of needle, everything's divine. Story stitch by stitch by stitch. So and tell where creativity's grown.
I've got my legs out again. Don't get excited. It's only my legs.
I might get excited.
That's what I mean. Don't get excited. I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd love it to be 82 degrees, says Peel and Plan. The last 5 days it's been over 100 degrees or 37 degrees Celsius. Holy moly. Okay. Dear. Right. Okay. No, I didn't want to manage anything. Thank you very much. It's not behaving, is it? Okay, so again, don't forget the events tab for the Jolly July Christmas in July stitch along. These stitch alongs, just as a reminder, they are a no pressure stitch along. So you set what you would like to do. And you know, nobody's sort of going to say you should do this, you should do that, you should do the other. Okay, it's purely led by yourself. So if you want to participate in the Christmas in July or Winter in July SAL, just click on the events tab in the group. Okay, so we've got 60 odd comments in this thread, so it's going to be a long show and tell. Andy, do you have the bell ready?
You know I do. Been ringing it all bloody night.
Okay, right, so we're going to start with our lovely Celia, who's working on North American Mammals, Ciro Marchetti, Heaven and Earth Design, 1/1 with some CXC thread. She's reached 3 milestones, 20%, 56,000 stitches, and she's reached the right hand side of the pattern. Way to go, Celia. She'll put these Pattern Keeper screenshots in the comments. Awesome stuff. So there we go, the Pattern Keeper screenshot. So we can see there we've hit the right hand side. Awesome stuff. I finished my June book and now I don't feel like stitching. You know, you stitch when you want, Enid, no pressure. And I believe she shared the mock-up here. So yeah, so here's the mock-up of the beautiful piece that Celia is doing. Just grab a drink. Just noticed that cute raccoon. Isn't he cute? Cool. Okay, Sarah is working on a long dog sampler, Rose Marquee, 66.37%. Working on some of the back stitching. I've done most of this at work when I finish at 9 p.m. before I do my sleep in. So I think for 2/3 we can have a bell. And it looks like Sarah is using some really nice variegated thread, and there's some black worky style bits in there, and it's very beautiful. Awesome stuff. Sharon is busy working on James Bond, 37.57%. I do believe that is it as the Mr. Lazenby there. He's looking good. Awesome stuff, Sharon. And here is the mock-up. Andy's going to be busy with the bell. He surely is. So Roger Moore, Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, and of course George Lazenby. And that's a Thread Geeks one. Ebony, even though she's done a mammoth finish this week, we are stitching on Maiden of Tubataha by Bella Filipina. I hope I said that right. Stitched on 28 count even weave from Coffee Craft Fabrics. And we got some sparkle already coming into her. And look at her, isn't she beautiful? So you're back to your fancy ladies before you pick up your next focus on a finish then, Ebony, I take it. But yeah, awesome stuff. I'm going to find a picture of, if you've posted one, I don't know if you've posted a full pic yet, have you? Of Wildlife of Predator. Monique. Let me just show you the stitching, because I have to go look at the mock-up to see what it is. Working from the bottom up. Looks vaguely Amy Stewart-ish, but I could be wrong. Oh, no. It is Tiger Glass. And it's her favourite piece to work on at the moment. 200 Park Threads. Ebony saving reveal for a video. No problem. Did the back stitch today. Nearly killed her. Oh, bless your heart. It's done though. I bet it looks awesome, doesn't it? So there we go. Judy is working on her Junebug project, which is close to a finish. Tis the season by Blackbird Designs. C'est la saison pour être joyeux. My French pronunciation is terrible. And there's the mock-up, so we can see she's not far away. A lovely red cardinal. Yes, Ebony, link your video in the group as well when you've done it. Diane is happily stitching one strand of floss a day on Saga Long Dog Sampler. Started on the 29th of the 5th, and she has 3,511 stitches out of 104,773. Awesome stuff. Okay. Yes, you do, Kelly. Link yours as well. And that is the chart for Diane's. Awesome sauce. Cheryl, he's here with her Disney cross stitch. And what's his flipping name? Oh, he's gone. The duck with the top hat. It's all in anyway, and it's looking great. Keep on going, Cheryl. Angela is working on A View from a Window by Scrooge McDuck. Thank you. A View from a Window by Nancy Rossi for Janlin. June Bug Piece. First half of the design stitched. Apart from the back stitch, now the other half begins. And that is gorgeous. A little ocean scene with a lighthouse. Thank you, guys. I couldn't remember, you know, just my head wouldn't have it. I knew where it were, knew what I wanted to say. Tori, New Start. Meditation by Elizabeth Wells, charted by Haid. 25 count, 1/1, full cross. 3,100 stitches. Colour completing so far. We'll see how long it lasts. It's looking good. Awesome stuff, Tori. And Tori has shared the mock-up. Oh, it's Elizabeth Welker. 575 by 575. Emily stitching this one, Crafty Emily. And someone else, the lady who's stitching it in portions, I think. Whenever she goes to a retreat, she's divided it up into portions. Vonnie. I want to say name's Vonnie. Lisa will be working on the second row of with Minute Riverwalk Charm. Sorry, not much to see yet. It's a new start. 2/1 on 18 count. Ada, full cross. Thread the needle. Thank you, Kay. And Suya, yeah, that's it. Is it Vonnie, her name? Or am I wrong? And Lisa has shared the mock-up. So there we are. There's a chap that's doing this in the Heaven and Earth Designs group. And also Stitchy Witch is doing this one. Heather is still on the first chunk of Steampunk Portal Haid Sal. Honestly, not too sure it looks much different, but I only have 2,386 stitches to do in order to complete. Why is it that the last 10%-ish takes forever? It's looking good, though. It really looks good. High-functioning introvert, oh bless you. Yeah. Always good to see these pieces coming together. Hannah, English Sampler Berries by Erica Michaels. Hoping to finish this one today and start the next. Cool, cool. I'm nosing at Needleminder. Dragon Stitch Form something. I'm nosy about Needleminders. Yep, that's another lovely one. Lovely stitching, Hannah. And there we go. Really pretty. Can't be far off finished. Viv is working a bit more on her Ottoman patchwork by Vivsters. She's got a first 0. So there we go. One less colour to stitch in. And Viv has shared a mock-up. Look at this. Oh, come on. So colourful. It's the kind of stitching that make you feel better just for looking at it. Awesome sauce. Jane has completed the top 3 pages of a Star Dragon. Andy?
Sorry, I was reading something.
All 4 colours are now in use. This looks super, super. Jane has also done a new start. Broke her own rules because the Stitchy Fingers wanted to start this one. This is sewn on 14 count Ada with DMC threads. I'll just zoom in there for the pattern. It's called Music 01. And obviously we've got treble clef with some staves and some notes and colours and all the rest of it. And I don't blame you, that's a pretty piece. Sinead has a finish. Just finished this for my son leaving college to give to his tutors. Teaching is a work of heart. That is beautiful. Awesome stuff. Gemma. Marvelous Garden has hit 75%. Beautiful work. So I've been loving watching this Marvelous Garden come together, and I'm so thrilled that Gemma's got to 75%. It's absolutely stunning, and if you're not seeing this on Gemma's Stitch With Me's, then you should be, because it's just so pretty. Peggy, Your Dreams, Jodie Bergsma, charted by Haid. 1/1 on 25 count. Even we've hit 40% completed. So we'll have I know we had a tinkle early, but we'll have another little tinkle. Beautiful work. Andy's going to have that bell just permanently sat in his hand in a minute, because
it nearly is anyway.
Yeah. And there is the mock-up for Peggy's piece. So pretty. So pretty. Oh, I'm loving this show and tell tonight. So much good stuff going on in here. Junebug Sal for Patricia. This is a whip of Lily Oster, Rendale Designs. Pattern from the world of cross stitching. Finished the Oster and the lily pads, working on the watery blue colours around the outside in half stitch. Hoping for a finish tomorrow. Ready to start Jolly July on Tuesday. So Patricia's just doing the shading bits in between these lily pads. But yeah, it looks so nice. Not be far away and that'll be done. So cute. And here is the mock-up. Such a little expressive face. Okay, Joyce is busy working on her bedtime story, Chris Dunn. Not quite, it's page finished there, but not too far away. And we're not too far away from a row either. It's looking awesome for Joyce's grandbaby to be. And Joyce, of course, has shared with us the mock-up. Chris Dunn, Pain-Free Crafts. So if you like things like Wind in the Willow themed, Chris Dunn in Pain-Free Crafts, they've got you covered. Okay, and we have another finish. Enid has finished her Junebug work in progress. Awesome stuff, Enid. Do tell us a little bit in the chat, please, what this piece is and where it's come from, because I can't remember. But fabulous finish, Enid. Patsy is still busy working on her Ye Old Craft Room by Haid, artwork by Ciro Marchetti, 20 count, 2/1 at 12.6%, and has an interested spectator tonight. Not looking at your leggings tonight, Patsy, we've just got your little furry brown spectator. Thank you, Enid. Small Turkish sampler from Cyber Stitches on linen with the called for DMC. Awesome stuff. Congratulations on your finish. Okay, and Patsy has shared the mock-up for hers. There we go. Such a bright and colourful piece. It's coming on. Beautiful. Okay. Our lovely Carla. My Fluffy Valentine, a River Peacock by Gecko Rouge, 18 count, 2/1, full cross, 2,560 out of 102,400 stitches, or 2.5%. I think we can have a little tinkle for that. Bellboy. We've gone from butler to bellboy. Okay.
Same thing.
And there is the mock-up. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm so tempted for this one when I get my Gecko Rouge voucher. Look at a squig in the tree. And a bunny. And another squig there. Oh my god, I might have to buy that one. Okay, Senga is busy working on her B and now at 23.44%. I did see that you got over 20% when not long after we'd finished last Wednesday's stream, so I think we can have a little tinkle for 20% because we couldn't give you one on the stream. So there we go. And oh my word, we have another big finish. Sandy has finished Daydream Heather Edwards Pain-Free Crafts. Awesome, Sandy. That is beautiful. I was wondering about that. Look at that. Isn't that just fabulous? Let me just go close in because this is a big one. Look at that. How stunning is that? Beautiful work, Sandy. Was that the one that you started in Retford? Oh my days. Contessa with Squid Omar Rayan, charted by Unconventional X Stitch, stitching in the backyard and listening to the stream for Rebecca. Some lovely looking stitching there. Yes, I thought it was. Yeah, I remember you starting it. Gosh, Retford seems like a long time ago. Tracy Provis is busy working on her bird Sal. And we've got some characters coming in on that one. All sorts of little birds popping up in there. And here we go. It's a Lola Crow one. Extraordinary Birds. So you can see we've got quite a lot of these middle birds popping up. Super job. Okay, so this is the dog that Gail is working on as a gift for her parents. Cracky, Gail, you cracked on with that already, haven't you? You only started that this week. Your needle's smoking, girl. Absolutely flying. Gorgeous stuff. Nicely done. Looking forward to seeing that one building up. Our lovely Kay, Fisherman's Friends Long Dog Sampler, 18 count antique white Ada, using CXC3766. 408 stitches today, taking her to 4,148 out of 16,819 stitches, or 26.64%. So it's not a massive one, Kay, but it's an intricate one. I can see there's obviously lots of bits of back stitch that you've already done on it. So yeah, awesome stuff. Excuse me. And there is the mock-up for it. Pardon. Oh, bad day, excuse me. Super job. Gail's kit is a Sheltie Dog 16 count kit by Cross Stitch Kingdom. Okay, Tracy Provis has made this project bag with a small zipper pouch yesterday, so it's a finish. Looking wonderful. I like that zip, it's dead funky. Vicky, this is me presenting my niece with the stitching I finished for her. I can't be on the live today as I'm visiting my dad in rehab. Well, congratulations, Vicky, on your beautiful finish. Hope you're watching this on replay, but look at that young lady's face at seeing this beautiful stitching. So, congratulations. I do believe that was for a birth sampler. Anna Karen is busy crocheting, I think it is. Yes, 22 stripes left to do. The Attic 24 hydrangea blanket, but following the pattern for the coastal blanket. It's awesome. It's nice to see another hobby. I do like to see lots of varieties. Really, really good. Jennifer is working on Treasures of the Sea, artwork Oleg Gavrilov, Heaven and Earth design. 18 count easy grid Ada, 2/1 full cross. Been on vacation and finally getting back to working on this. 78,341 stitches out of 192,150, or 40.77%. Awesome stuff. Beautiful work. Well done. I think Lauren might be awake. Might be the bell.
Sorry, Lauren.
And there is the mock-up. Really nice piece. Ashley has finished another section. The skirt is exhausting. A Monday finish is definitely not happening, but that's okay. This is Joan Elliott's Spellbound on 28 count Lamplight from Pole Stitches. Yep, it's a big old skirt that she's got there, Ashley, isn't it? It'll be finished. It won't be long. And Ashley has shared the mock-up. As you can see, it's got a huge skirt on this one. So, yeah. Have I missed anyone? So for newest. No, I don't appear to have on that. There's a Tree of Life, if any of you haven't seen it. I fell for it completely. Norma has had a finish. Today's Good Mood is sponsored by coffee. Can anyone guess that Norma is a coffee lover?
It wasn't obvious.
And Kay has posted there about finishing her pass of Freebie Harmony. So she's finished a pass, Andy. And she's reached 65% to 102,146 out of 156,000 stitches. So I'll just show you the harmony work that Kay has done. And there's the mock-up. That's our frog. Oh, and there's my girlie ready for a prom look. Yeah. There we go. Tracy, progress, time to move the hoop. So this is Tracy Clark. Good opportunity to take a pic and post an update. So awesome stuff. Always nice to see. The Serenity Prayer. Some days I feel like I need the Serenity Prayer. What else we got here? Ebony's thread is there, and she just finished. And Urte has also got a little finish there, a little girl against a cherry blossom. Luca S Sakura kit on Zweigart, 32 count splash mint. So another finish.
Yeah, keep doing these finishes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to Ebony's thread in a moment. Wait for some information on that one. And we've got another did I share this one last time? No, I didn't, because it's posted on the 26th. Finished. Part 2 of Haid Sal, Mother's Love. So that's for our lovely Sharon.
There's a lot of finishes going on.
There is a lot of finishes going on. Okay. Ebony's post. So, last Sunday, this was the starting photo. And Ebony had this section to fill in. And she did it. 100% finally finished. With the stitching. So, full reveal with the back stitch will be on Ebony's next update video. So, I've asked her to link it in the group. So, you'll get to see this piece in its entirety. I've got a couple of inbox ones. So Maddie has a little page finish on her harmony as well, and this page isn't complete, but she's come down and she's done the partial page at the bottom. A page finish is a page finish. So awesome stuff. And then I've got Catherine's as well. Cindy's got to go to a birthday party in Georgia strawberry shortcake. Ah, no worries, Cindy. We'll see you Wednesday, all being well, for my finish. Because there'll be a bell for me on Wednesday. Woohoo! Come on. I think my tablet's crashed. I'll have to come back to Catherine's ones, I think, when my tablet decides to wake up. Okay, let me get back to my stitching for a bit, and then all being well, I'll be able to show Catherine's. But a fantastic show and tell, everybody. Thank you all very much, those of you who have shared a work in progress. It's super nice to be able to show them all. And those finishes, wow. You know, little ones, big ones, absolutely fabulous, all of you. Congratulations to everybody that's managed to get a finish. Yeah, so it's been some really beautiful stuff. And it's so nice that there's lots of variety in Sew and Tell. You know, we all get enabled and ooh and ah over everybody else's stuff, don't we? The Needleminder was born of hate for Linda Lancaster stitches. The hate was vile at the time, so she needs to support a lady. Made of mine is I got one for me and my mum. Yeah. I like Lynn. Yeah, amazing stitching from everybody. I'm just trying to see if my Facebook has sorted its thing out. Let's turn Chrome off. Reopen it. Do it that way. Okay. No, still not doing it. That's annoying. Sorry, I'm having trouble showing the one from Catherine. Yes, absolutely some beautiful stitches. Ooh, oh my days. Yes, that was a good old Sew and Tell, that one, love.
It was.
How's your bell ringing arm?
Don't ask. Do not ask.
Oh, look at that. Gone wrong place. Yeah, we might have worn him out. When were needle minders a thing? My parents had been stitching since I was a child. They didn't use half the things that people use today. I don't know really, Lizzie, but you know the fact that they are about is quite good because I've got pieces of fabric and I've left a needle stuck in them and the needle's rusted, so it's left a mark on the fabric. So the needle minders obviously take that away or remove, reduce that risk of damage. Just a lot of confetti in this square for a change. Yeah, we didn't use much when I was first starting out stitching. We had scissors, needles, and if you were posh, you had a needle threader. But then again, I've been stitching for well over 30 years. Frames weren't even really a thing. Hoops were. No, that's in the wrong place. Hang on. What have I done here?
I don't know. What have you done there?
I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There.
Have you fixed it?
Yes, because I was Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder. No, it's
Knackered. Let me just fix that other bit. I haven't gone as many stitches as I needed.
Have you made an absolute balls up?
No, I haven't, no. Jane says, I was Gran and Mum's needle threader. Yeah. I used to help my mum. My mum did more knitting than anything.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, she did a lot of knitting. Not a lot of crochet. She did a lot of knitting.
Fair enough.
I remember when the Lowry first came out, all the time I was young and poor and I could only dream of having one now. I can remember when I started up stitching, Hobbycraft actually had kits to sell. It used to be fun going to the sale in Hobbycraft. My mum did bobbin lace making, she crochets now. Yeah, my mum tried a few other different hobbies, but she wasn't as good at them as she was at knitting. But then when her sight started to go, she stopped knitting. She didn't trust herself. Kelly's going to get back to Mrs. Claus. See you Wednesday, unless I'm hungover from Canada Day. No worries, Kelly. Thank you for joining. Have a lovely rest of your day. So it does come in handy at the minute for me, a set of tweezers. Because with the cat and her flipping kitty glitter.
You love it, really.
I don't. She's a pesky child. Viv's off to bed after a long day. See you all tomorrow, hopefully. No worries, Viv. See you Wednesday for live as well. I've taught myself tatting. Couldn't get away with lace making. Yeah, I can do tatting, but I haven't done it for a long time.
What's tatting?
It's a form of lace making. It's like a handheld version of lace making. Lace, when you make lace, you make it on a board or a roll with paper and pins and stuff. But with tatting, you can literally do it by hand. I used to make wedding, like lucky horseshoes.
Right.
Used to make them out of tatting and sell them. I sold quite a few. Because I used to have tatting, and then I used to have a parchment paper label attached to them, like a double label.
Right.
And they were quite popular actually. Because they look very old-fashioned, very oldie-worldy. Did Lauren enjoy her prom? Yes, she did, yeah. I think she'd have it again if she could. There was like she said it was a buffet, but it was like very weird because there were just bits put on the tables. Yeah, but usually with a buffet, you get a buffet table at one side of the room or, whatever, and you go to the buffet table and you fill up your plate and then you go back and sit down with it. But this was like actually on the individual tables, which she was a bit weirded out by. But yeah, it was in our local sort of stately home, which is called Wentworth Woodhouse. And Wentworth, the facade for Wentworth is bigger than Buckingham Palace. And I can attest it's huge. Really, really big and beautiful. And, there's like a sweeping drive that we could drive round to drop her off. And, she got out of the car and a teacher was stood there and he didn't recognise her. But yeah, she looks stunning. Pinning that flipping tiara into place was a pain in the bum though. At one point I was like, it ain't gonna go on. And she looked at me, she had this horrified look on her face. I'm like, don't panic, you are going to prom with this on if I have to super glue it to your head. She just laughed. She knew that one way or another I'd make it happen. And I did. Yes, it was the Fitzwilliams that lived there. You're right. No, quite a lot of them are buried in the local churchyard. No, what have I done there? But up here we have Wentworth Woodhouse and we also have a Wentworth Castle. And they are two separate places. I don't know if any of you have ever watched, years back, and I'm talking probably 20 odd years, Griff Rhys-Jones hosted a show on the BBC and it was called Restoration. And he went, over a number of weeks, they went and visited several places that were listed at risk. And there were places like Victoria Baths in Manchester, which is used quite a lot as a TV set actually. Cemetery down in Bristol somewhere. A place up in a sanatorium up in Scotland, not far from the Balmoral estate. Lots and lots of places. And Wentworth Castle actually featured on Restoration to restore the they were appealing for the vote to restore the greenhouses because they've got proper Victorian greenhouses in there. Yeah, Wentworth Castle. But Wentworth Woodhouse, there's a garden centre right next to it. There's a Doric Lodge. Hey? It's not open. What? Wentworth Garden Centre's closed down. When did that happen?
About a month ago. About a month ago.
What, on the farm and everything as well? The tea shop?
Well, I believe so, because that's what I got told.
Who told you that?
One of my commenters, don't know who it was, but someone was obviously in the know, because they went into detail about it.
I'm going to check that because that doesn't sound right because it was thriving. Website's still open.
Well, I'm just repeating what I was told. That Wentworth Garden Centre's closed.
Join us on the 8th of July. It's not.
No, someone's talking absolute.
Someone's talking absolute cobblers. It's not closed.
Why would I have got one?
Wentworth Garden Centre.
Someone
Because
told me
somebody's
it was
asking about
closed.
your prom. Somebody's told Andy it was closed, which turns out to be absolute cobblers. Upcoming
Enjoy your little
events. Yeah,
What did you tell you?
yeah, it's open. There's nothing that says that it isn't. But yeah, Wentworth Garden Centre, and there's a farm there as well, and a tea shop, and all the rest of it. And it pretty much backs onto Wentworth House, and you've got, is it the Doric Lodge? Is it Doric Lodge it's called?
Yeah.
The stable block, and then there's the park where you've got the Needle's Eye and Hooper Stand, Keppel's Column, and the Mausoleum, which now doesn't have anybody in it. So they're all local landmarks.
I've been to them all apart from the Mausoleum. Never been to the
Only because it was
Mausoleum.
closed.
Hey?
Only because it was closed.
Yeah, well, I've never been to it.
Yeah.
Seen it a few times, but never been to it.
Are you off up, chicken? Alright, no, no, love you. I think she's worn out, bless her. But yeah, Wentworth is a really nice, it's what they call an estate village.
There's plenty of them in this country.
So
I found out.
anybody that lives in Wentworth village itself, they have to adhere by certain rules. There are no takeaways allowed in the village.
Nope.
Everybody has to have a green front door of a certain colour paint. And there are various other bits and pieces which they have to adhere to. Maddie's heading off to bed, tired to see you Wednesday. No worries at all, Maddie. Thanks for joining. We'll see you later.
And of course, if you want to see what Wentworth looks like, if you're interested, you can always go over to my channel and find my Wentworth video.
Andy's done a Wentworth video.
It was one of my very, very old ones. So if you do watch it, then you have to be aware that it's still pretty crap at that point. It's nothing like what I put out these days. But it's there if you want to watch it.
Oh my days. But yeah, Wentworth is a beautiful place, and in the park there is a herd of deer, and it was quite funny because we were sat there in the car waiting to go round to the front to drop Lauren off, and there were deer sort of sat in the park just at the side of us. Herd of red deer. And there's a dam, and there's several walks through the park, and they have a pheasant breeding, pheasant farm, whatever it is they call it. Pheasantry, thank you. But yeah, Lauren thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh dear.
What?
I said, are you all right, dear?
Yeah, I was just having a wander around because my bum had gone numb. Like you do.
Yeah, mine has, and I could do with a wee, but you know.
Hey, listen, the toilet's not moved. Well, if it has, no one told me.
Don't worry, we'll tell you. I'm not stitching very fast tonight. Taking my time. 3820.
You're entitled to take your
Yeah.
time.
Well, I'm coming up on 1700 stitches today, just on this one, so. Patsy says, go do one, we can wait. I'm fine, Patsy, honestly, I won't, I'll manage. I have a big bladder.
Yes, but don't go make yourself poorly.
Yeah, you don't make yourself poorly by not having a wee.
You can do. Not yet.
Who told you that?
Well, I mean...
It's when you can't wee.
Eh?
It's when you can't wee that you can make yourself poorly. But just not having a wee, it just means that you stretch your bladder a bit, that's all.
I know, but there's only so much a bladder can hold, right?
Yeah, and I've got a really big capacity in mine.
Because does it not lead to things like leakage and stuff like that?
No. Don't judge me by your dubious standards.
Oh, what do you mean by dubious standards? I don't get that. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just because you spring a leak.
Well, no.
Right then. You're not going to win.
I'm not, am I?
Nope.
I might as well shut up.
We love you, really.
Did a good job, isn't it?
I want some 972 now.
972!
Yep. 972. Nope, that's the wrong card. I'm not feeling very worky for tomorrow. Give me an excuse that I don't have to go to work.
So what? 31 degrees.
That won't work. They'll say come into the office, it's air conditioned. Whew. Any other suggestions?
No, sorry. Sorry, love. Nothing.
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 Okay. Excuse vertigo.
Sorry.
Vertigo, yeah.
What? Vertigo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lizzie says she'd be too happy to have it spoiled by work. Yeah, I get that. But I had a week off. Not this week, but the previous week, and last Monday I absolutely didn't want to go back to work, so it's not going to be any different tomorrow, is it?
you could.
It depends on what duties I'm given.
Well, yeah, it does. Who knows?
I'd
You
like-
don't know until tomorrow, do you?
No, I'd like to work for myself, but that ain't going to happen either. Oh, I got somewhere with the lottery. I won a tenner.
Yeah, and then promptly went and got some scratch cards
And didn't win. Yeah. Tell him Lauren's really upset about leaving school. Yeah. Come down with non-stitchitis and I need to stop off and stitch. That's a good one. I like that. Hey, Laurelyn. How are you doing this evening? Are you well? No. If I start the stitch in the right place, I'd be all right, wouldn't I? Pull a sticky. I wish. They're starting to do this thing now. If you have more than a certain amount of sick time within a certain time frame, then they're like HR and is there anything we can do to help you? And do you need Booper and all the rest of it. Oh, what? Yeah, just when you just can't be bothered with all the bureaucracy of it. Mom says, doing great for an old chick. Oh, bless you.
What's that?
Laura Lynch says, doing great for an old chick.
You're not old.
No, not me. She's talking about herself. And she's not
I
old
see.
either.
Well, I don't know these bloody things, do I? I don't know everybody.
Lizzie has stiff buttitis. Could use this as an excuse. Yeah, stiff buttitis.
Stiff buttitis.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds concerning, but alright. I tell you, your best bet is the heat.
Yeah.
31 degrees tomorrow.
Working isn't too bad if you get to spend the day in AC when it's going to be that hot outside. Yeah, that's true. But I'm working from home tomorrow, so next Monday I'll be going into the office because Lauren's got a thing in Sheffield. So I'll be going into the office then. But oh dear. So we'll be answering on Tuesday next week. Because Lauren's Academy Awards. She's getting an attendance award. Do you know that kid has gone through her entire school life with one day off?
Which shouldn't have ever happened.
No, it shouldn't, but we'll not talk about that. So from her being 4 to 16, she's had one day off. Even during COVID and stuff, they logged in from home and worked from home.
Yeah, that's the only difficulty with that.
They had to be on camera and stuff, so you couldn't avoid it. Problem with putting a sickie is when you need it, you'll get a sickness warning. That's true. That's very true. It is quite a feat. I'm so proud of her. And the one that she did have off sick is when she did have off is when she went slightly off the rails and decided to wag it. And she got into deep shit for that.
Wait, see Baby's version.
Sorry. She got into deep doo-doo for that.
I will pull you up, missus.
There was one day when she went into school when she was in nursery or reception and she wasn't very well and she came out of school halfway through the afternoon, but because she got a mark, she wasn't marked as absent. So, yeah. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, I have to be very careful about what I say because YouTube is a bit weird with questionable words. I really shouldn't be, but sure you guys know I am a bit of a potting mouth.
I bet.
What about the kid next door keeping you up all night? Well, that could work as well. That could work.
That's you know what? That is actually a genius plan.
Because they'd say, "Oh, get some sleep and come on in the afternoon." I'd be like, "Well, no, I can't because it screams through the day and all." Speaking of the kid next door, it was going off on a good one on Friday, literally. I'm in the dining room, Andy's in the living room. I can hear her through the wall, literally at the other side of the wall from where I was sat. Andy's in the living room and he went, "I thought she were in the front room." I'm like, "No, she's in the back room," because she's literally, I can hear her literally on the other side of the wall. And it was 20 minutes. And I said to Andy, you're going to have to go around there and ask if she's all right because this is just ridiculous. So bless him, Andy did. He trammed off round there and knocked on the door and said, "Is everything okay? Do you need a hand with anything? Because we can hear a little girl screaming."
I didn't want to do it.
Well, no. And Mum was quite blasé about it and said, "Oh, she's just having a tantrum over something that she can't have," or whatever it were. And we never heard a peep for the rest of the day. It didn't last though, because I certainly heard him on Saturday. By God, did I hear him on Saturday. It's not nice though, is it? I mean, you just thought I should have got the hint after Andy going round there. You know, God, you know, this kid must be very loud. But no. I said to Andy, I says, I'm waiting to hear through the wall. You've got to be quiet, otherwise the man from next door will come round.
It didn't happen, did it?
Nope, it did not. Sorry, I was just having a drink. Ah, it did not. But that's a good one. And to be fair, my boss does know about it because I often tell her. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. Not everybody lives silently. We certainly do not. But when my girls were that young, she's about 3, 2.5, 3, they never, ever, ever screamed like that for the length of time that little girl screams. It was just ridiculous.
I can't really see any reason for it other than just...
She's been told no. But, you know, there's ways of managing being told no than just allowing the child just to scream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I doubt it, Patsy. And if they do, they might actually learn something. I doubt they very much should see this stream, but if they do, they might learn something about themselves. And hopefully it'll make them look to the laurels and think...
They'll not see this. I very much doubt they're into stitching.
If they do, they can come round and fight me.
They won't see this, I promise you.
Well, she does stitch.
How do you know?
Because I've seen some stuff that she's done on Facebook. No, I'm not friends with her on Facebook, but her profile was wide open.
So you've taken advantage of that?
I had a little nosy. Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I mean... That's just you all over that, sweetheart. I don't mean that to sound horrible. It's not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing else, Patsy. You know, because I can. Children have a particular way of screaming, don't they? There's the frustrated scream, which is what I've been hearing. There's the upset scream, and there's the scared scream. And I've not heard scared. So
No, they're not being abused or anything like that.
no, I don't think that they've been abused. No, I just think that they're just not managing the behaviour. You know, when a child starts to tantrum, I'm not saying that you need to tell them to shut up or anything like that, but there are distraction techniques you can use to stop the tantrum, and they don't use any. They just, after a while, she'll just say, "Hey."
That's that to the cat.
Hey?
You do that to the cat.
That's that to the cat.
Yeah.
Just, it's just fucking spots.
Language, CBBS.
I was half expecting her to say English then.
It is English.
Yes, but we have to do the CBBS version. Sorry about Hannah F-bombing there.
It's English with a very French twist.
For anyone interested, I just thought, and unfortunately it was on silent.
Oh. There you go. Hannah's trumping. She's just not making noise while she's at it.
That's how you know Hannah's
Oh
alright.
my good grief. We all definitely know the inside working of her intestines, don't we? We know them intimately. Jeebus cripes. There certainly is not. Good God. What a pleasant place I live in, eh?
You do live in a pleasant place. It
Yeah.
just happens to be...
Full of Hannah's trumpies.
Could be worse.
Could it?
Could it? How could it be worse?
They could be really, really smelly.
They usually are. What's your point?
That fan's cold.
Good. I'm
Good.
hot.
Hannah's doing a stating the flipping obvious. You've got the fan on because obviously it's been warm.
I wouldn't think it'll drive me home.
And Hannah's going, it's cold. Well, yeah, good.
It's cold. It wants to be cold. It's blooming hot out outside, and it's going to be hot tomorrow. So you know.
Yeah, not working all day.
Yeah. Well, that fan is
The
going to.
one time I volunteered to work, it's a hot bloody day. Typical.
Yeah, Hannah's doing some overtime. Don't put that hair too close. Gets caught up in that fan, you're in trouble.
Yeah, but I need to lose some hair anyway.
You won't lose some hair. You might lose your flipping life if you're not careful.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even joking.
Okay, fine, I'll be careful. I don't
Dear,
think
oh
it's-
dear.
It's as bad as a side effect. Right.
What was that about a desired effect?
It's hard down here with the fan.
I got a fan on. It's the one you put ice and water in and really cool. Oh, that's good. We just got a pedestal one.
What are you doing?
You should have seen the cat's look of indignation, by the way, Hannah, earlier. A fly had dared to land on her food dish.
There's a fly doing your food.
No, it landed on her food dish.
Oh, that naughty fly.
And she sat there, stock still, and stared at it
Until it moved.
until it moved.
That's our angel for you. Our angel will do such things.
Strange cat, she really is.
Well, no, I can see a point actually. Right, there's a someone who shouldn't be on my food dish. Get off.
Look at
I will
that.
wait patiently, and if you don't move, you're going to get clawed.
Ah. That's it. All cats have their quirk. Yes, they do. Yeah, she just sat stock still and didn't move.
Our cat's a legend.
Oh my God, yesterday it was so funny. I took a litter box out and I cleaned it and I brought it back in and I put it on kitchen floor. Now we've got a tiled kitchen floor and I didn't drop it. I didn't throw it. I just kind of, let it go and it clattered onto the kitchen floor. The cat scrambled up, did the jump, like I've seen them cats that jump when they see a cucumber. We call it a cucumber jump. She did a cucumber jump, ran backwards, whacked her head against the door frame, and then scarpered upstairs.
Said cat is fine.
It was the funniest thing.
She didn't hurt herself, she just shocked herself.
She won't talk more brusque at me.
It was absolutely hilarious.
Daft cat.
It's one of those you had to be there to see it kind of thing.
Yeah, one of them you had to be there to see it moments, weren't it?
And we're not saying it to be horrible to the poor kitty. It was just funny.
She backed her head under the table yesterday, didn't she, Anna?
Today.
Today.
I'm more back to than I have recently. I've been doing well.
Yeah, she had more bangs to the noggin than Hannah. Bridget Orange Cat, when we put completely new fresh litter in, will get in and roll around in it. Angel will just get in and christen it. It was quite funny because after she'd calmed down, I was filling up the litter tray and she was sat and she was kind of looking at me round the corner. And it was like she was watching every move I made. Me filling in that litter tray.
I need to see a lot in a minute.
Every move you make.
She usually can't wait for fresh litter. The second it's fresh litter, that's it. She's off in there and christening it. Little swine. And you can guarantee if I am not able to move, usually if it's I'm on a Zoom meeting or whatever, and she's done this ever since she came here, you can guarantee if I'm not able to move, she does a number 2 and she doesn't cover it. So I get a lovely waft and I can't move or do anything about it.
It was funny the other day, actually, because Don't ask me how we got on this conversation. It's very random. But somebody mentioned, oh, cats are normally good at covering their own
Doodle.
doo-doos. Yeah.
Not this one.
And I just turned around and said, mine doesn't. Mine leaves it out in the open, but bother to cover it. She's like, really? I said, oh yeah. Takes the whole house up.
Yeah. She's a smelly cat.
You little. Yeah.
Little monkey. Smelly cat. Monkey lunky. And then every so often she'll go on litter tray and she'll do one. And you can tell when she's done a number 2 because she runs upstairs. She runs as fast as she can because she knows that and the smell's about to hit. Anyway.
That cat is a pain.
In the bum, yes.
A serious pain.
How long did it take to get the grid lines out as she sleeps? I put it in the bath. I ran some very hot water on because it's DMC and I know it was colour fast. And some mild washing soap, wash powder. I think I used a little bit of not wash powder. Left it as hot as I dare, agitated it when it cooled down a bit, and then I left it to soak overnight. Mary Princess, now She Sleeps was easy count. Mary Princess was on Magic Guide, and Mary Princess only took a couple of hours. But She Sleeps, I left it overnight, and there isn't anything showing. You know, because I was a bit concerned that it would show through where her cheek is, with all the pale colour, but no, nothing showing. Angel tends to try and dig the radiator off the wall because it's near a litter box. She's a monkey, she really is.
Tell me about it.
Oh dear, excuse me.
Has anybody won
No,
No,
about 6th grade?
no.
no.
I can't get a report.
Just put them in the fridge.
One of your ones is in there.
Just put them in the fridge.
Do as your mama says.
She's offering us 6, count them, 6 grapes.
Why would we want 6 grapes?
I have no idea.
What? Say what?
Why wouldn't you want 6th grade?
Yeah, but why would we?
Why wouldn't you?
But why would we?
Why wouldn't you?
Tomorrow I'd like a list for the supermarket, please.
Well, that's easy. We took noodle pot with bread. That's about it.
Super noodles and bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't need no. We've got all the food in that I bought recently.
Okay, cool.
It's a little healthy snack for work tomorrow.
Ew, get you.
I'll get bored of these and I was ready to cover, so I thought I'd get my own food for once.
Need to shut that fridge door.
Hey dear. Cats have a gland that gets pressed when they go to and it makes them lightheaded. Oh right, okay. That's why they get hyper.
In that pot in the fridge half an hour.
Yes.
Just checking. You never know. What are you doing?
All right. Night cafe.
Oh yeah. How far you got on it now?
I am 9.93%, so I'm nearly at 10%.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but it looks more than it sounds.
It is a lot because it's nearly 1 million stitches, and 1% is 10,000 stitches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave the experts alone, huh?
I plan to. Alright. I'm gonna get some ready for bed because I'm gonna be up extra early in the morning because I've got to leave early in the morning.
How early's early?
I've got to be there for 8.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you'll manage that.
Well, is it a full support shift then that you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit me bricks.
No, you'll be fine. You mean you're pooping?
It's the anxiety is that I'm going in earlier than normal and I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, at least you've had a few days to prepare yourself about it.
Well, if I'm in and you know, and I've got my phone and that, I'm absolutely fine. I can do whatever.
Okay, off you go then.
But
Good night.
It's just my preparation.
Hannah, you're gonna
You'll be fine.
I don't think I will.
You
I
will.
might have to bring me some spare knickers.
Take some with you.
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Dear, oh dear. Right, we are about at my witching hour. I haven't done many stitches on this stream. I've done just over 250. But we had a big old sew and tell. Lots of finishes. So, guys, for those of you that submitted for sew and tell, and those of you that indeed had a finish, congratulations.
Did someone say finish?
Yeah, we'll just celebrate the last one. So, I will see you guys on Wednesday. We will be finishing Symphony on the Wednesday stream. So the stream will open at the usual time and it will continue until Symphony is done.
Diddly done.
Diddly done. So thank you very, very much indeed for watching, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow 6:30 there should be a reminder. If you go to my page, you can set a reminder for my whip parade, which will be as a premiere. And like I said, the first few minutes is like a countdown, which just reminds you to get a brew and all the rest of it.
Let's see what Hannah wants. I'll be upstairs.
All right, lovely.
What?
Right. Is there a spider?
No, is there? What's up?
Yeah, come here. Yeah, there's something that she don't like. Right, I'll see you guys on tomorrow night for my whip parade. We'll have a chat in the comments. And other than that, I will see you guys on Wednesday. So take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye for now.